Hello guys and welcome to another video. I'm actually glad you made it out alive from the last one that I made. But anyway, in today's video we're gonna talk about legendary Pokemons that exist in real life. Let's do this! The first legendary Pokemon we gotta talk about is called TERRAKION, and its description goes something along the line of one of the legendary musketeers. This Pokemon came to the defense of other Pokemon that had lost their homes in a war against humans. And basically this Pokemon looks like a bull that has horns sticking down instead of sticking up. And basically the real life animal of this legendary Pokemon is called an English Longhorn. And an English Longhorn is a long-horned cattle or even a bull that have horns sticking down instead of sticking up like normal bulls, and they have originated north of England and they can be found around the UK, Germany and New Zealand. And usually English Longhorns are white, grey, red and brown, and they weigh so fucking much, like 1000 kg each, even a female. They are so heavy. And basically an English Longhorn is the real life animal of TERRAKION, the legendary Pokemon. So if you wanna find TERRAKION, go to a farm and you can just find an English Longhorn. Now guys, for the second legendary Pokemon we're gonna talk about and compare is called Kyogre. That's a weird name for such a Pokemon, Kyogre. And basically the description of it is something like an oceanic beast who has the ability to expand the seas of the world by dropping constant rain. It is the mascot for Pokemon Sapphire, and it's said that Kyogre, the Pokemon that controls the water, made the oceans larger by blanketing the land with heavy downpours and massive waves. And now for the real life animal that is inspired from is called, there are actually two animals that are inspired from, and they are called sea slug and killer whale. Let's start off with a blue sea slug. It's basically a tiny slug that lives in the water and has the ability to sting predators or even uslo humans with its venom. And these tiny guys are extremely tiny in compared to Kyogre. They are like 1.2 inches or 3 centimeters, and they live in tropical oceans, and these include Australia and South Africa. Also, blue sea slugs have both male and female reproductive parts, and obviously they are blue, like Kyogre himself. They're so tiny in compared to the next animal that Kyogre is kind of inspired from, and it's basically a killer whale or orca. And basically killer whale or orca is a whale that is part of the dolphin family, but is like 1000 times bigger than an actual dolphin, and it can actually kill things or animals like dolphins, which the only thing they can actually do is have sex with humans. Killer whales, they live in all oceans, and they are not, like Kyogre, they are black and not blue. So that's a downside of a orca. And basically, if you want to capture a Kyogre yourself, you can go to SeaWorld and you can just find one. And hopefully, when you jump into the water, the killer whale or the Kyogre actually gets in. Cause if it doesn't, you're dead. I'm sorry. Say bye to your family. So at the end, we can say that Kyogre can either be a blue sea slug or a killer whale. I would say blue sea slug, but they're so tiny, come on. You can't compare it to Kyogre, that's massive. But an orca is black, come on, and Kyogre is blue, so you can choose. I would say it is more like blue sea slug than an orca, so whatever you choose, guys. The next Pokemon we're gonna talk about, legendary Pokemon is called RAIKOU. And this is one of the 3 legendary beasts, and this type actually being electricity one. And RAIKOU is basically a lynx that got some type of wig, purple wig, coming out from his back and a tail that looks like a star and a tiny mustache. And basically RAIKOU is inspired by a lynx, and a lynx is basically part of the big cat family, which includes lions and tigers. And lynxes usually live around Siberia and North America. Few of the characteristics that makes them different from bobcats is that they got extremely tiny tail and they are fluffy as fuck. And the most intriguing facts that make them similar to RAIKOU is that they got some type of mustache or beard like Santa Claus growing out from their neck. And lynxes are usually be brown, grey and a little bit red, but they can be yellow and have a purple wig coming out from their ears like RAIKOU. So that's the only animal that's actually close to RAIKOU himself. RAIKOU, whatever you call him. Now for the next Pokemon, or legendary Pokemon, my bad, we gotta talk about, it's called Xerneas. And this is a legendary Pokemon who is said to have slept for 1,000 years in the form of a tree before its revival. When the horns on its head shine in 7 colors, it is said to be sharing everlasting life. And basically, Xerneas is a deer that is half blue and half black and got some horns that shine in the colors of the rainbow. And basically, Xerneas is inspired by a deer, and that same deer is called a CHITAL or axis deer. And this type of deer usually lives around India, and they usually weigh around 35 to 70 kg and are usually 90 cm in height, and they are covered mostly in white spots around their whole body. And basically Xerneas is inspired by a CHITAL or axis deers. It might not be blue and black and have horns that have the color of the rainbow, but that's the closest thing you can get, and it's called a CHITAL or axis deer. I'm not gonna lie, but the next Pokemon, legendary Pokemon that we're gonna talk about is called the Oxys. And I was like extremely excited to do this because it is kind of my favorite Pokemon, legendary Pokemon. He looks like an alien. And basically the Oxys is an alien virus that came from space and can alter its DNA. The Oxys was born when the DNA of space virus was blasted with a fucking laser. The crystal formation in his chest is actually his brain. Ooh, that's a lot of Stephen Hawking that I don't know about. That's some X-Files shit. But anyway, the Oxys, it looks like a alien or a squid, which is actually the animal it is inspired from. And this animal is quite rare to find, like the Oxys himself, so they can both be seen as legendary. That's nice. So the animal in question is called a BIGFIN squid, and these are part of the MACAW family, and these squids live so deep underwater that none have been captured yet. But there are some videos going around the web that actually show them, and therefore it means that they actually exist. So a few of their characteristics is that they have long tentacles and a weird triangle-like head, like the Oxys himself. But at the end of the day, there isn't much information about them or facts, cause none of them have been captured yet, and only like few of them have been filmed, so we don't know many things about them. So at the end we can say the Oxys looks like a BIGFIN squid, and it actually does look like a BIGFIN squid. They are both alien looking like. One lives underwater that can't be seen, and the other one lives in space, so they are quite rare. Now if you move on to the next legendary Pokemon that is inspired by another animal in real life, and this guy is called Articuno, and he is one of the 3 legendary birds, this one type being ice flying, and this is native to the Orange Islands in anime only. And basically Articuno is a blue bird that has a massive long tail, and it is inspired by a similar, extremely similar bird that exists in real life. And basically this bird is called HYACINTH MACAW. And this bird is basically a blue parrot that lives in South America and is around 100 centimeters long, and it is actually the largest parrot species in the world. But sadly, it's not as blue as Articuno himself, and it doesn't sparkle and have a massive long tail. So that's the downside of it. So guys, I wasn't so much sure if I should put these 2 extra or bonus Pokemons that have a similar animal that might have existed or might not have. So that's why I was wondering, should I put it or should I not? And then I said, fuck it. So guys, just know that these animals that I'm gonna actually compare these 2 Pokemons with might have existed or might have not. So it's a bit of a shady business. So we're gonna start off with Lugia. a legendary Pokemon called the Guardian of the Sea, Lugia or Lugia. I'm just gonna say Lugia. Lugia lies sleeping at the bottom of the ocean. When it rouses and flies, the flapping of its wings causes storms that last for 40 days. Lugia is the mascot for Pokemon Soul Silver. Basically, Lugia is like a flying bird with massive wings, and it looks like pigeon with massive wings. And the animal it could be inspired from is actually a mysterious cryptic creature that many people in Japan think it exists, but it has been never captured or seen properly, so it is unknown if it actually exists or not. So the creature we're talking about is called NINGEN, and this NINGEN is a massive whale humanoid like creature with massively long arms and fins and tails like Lugia himself, and it's usually white, extremely white in color, and it measures around 30 meters wide. And also NINGEN are thought to be seen mostly at night, and they are thought to live in Antarctica. And so guys, I'm not so sure if a ninja actually exists or not, but it could be, because us humans only discover 5% of the ocean, so you might as well have a massive Lugia hiding and waiting to be discovered somewhere in Atlantica, so we never know. So let's actually go and find this. So I'm not sure about that, but Lugia might be inspired by NINGEN, but the existence of NINGEN might be, it's kind of unknown, so it's up to you guys. So guys, this is gonna be the last Pokemon, which is part of the bonus or extra Pokemon, including Lugia. And this Pokemon is eventually called Girandina. And this Pokemon lives in a dimension reverse of ours. And it is normally found in ancient graveyards, and it is the mascot for Pokemon Platinum. And this Pokemon was banished for its violence, and it silently gazes upon the old world from the distortion world. Giratina is basically this massive millipede that can actually fly, and it has some scorpion-like arms or whatever that look golden at some type of helmet. And basically Girandina, like I said before, is inspired by a creature that might have existed or might have not. And this creature that I'm talking about is eventually called an Arthropleura. And this guy is a massive fucking millipede that got extinct back like millions of years ago. And when he was still alive, he measured around 2 meters long, and he could stand up like Giratina himself, but he couldn't fly. And their color was something along the line of brown, black and red, like Giratina, which was gold, black and red. No animal is gold. Too bad they got extinct, cause if they did, I'll be scared shitless to walk on the street, and I'll be sat home trying to get 6 by doing 20 minutes abs every day. But fuck you and them at McDonald's, you delicious piece of shit. Fuck you and hope you die as a fatty like me. So there you go guys, the legendary Pokemons that might actually exist in real life, apart from the last two, which their existence is kind of unknown. So if you like this video, please put a like, comment and subscribe, so this could pay off all the efforts I put into making this video, such as making the channel arts, finding the pictures and all that stuff. It's not boring, but it took a long time and effort to do it. So please do subscribe and like and comment, obviously. Comment, so it would actually pay all the efforts I put into making this video. And I'll see you in the next video that should be coming up very soon, I guess, if my time is right and I live in the 21st century. So till then, comment, like and subscribe. And I'll see you later.